This is my overview of my, well, more like a review really, of the Hotpoint wt960 Ultima range washing machine. This is also for washingzanussi's competition. So, the bad points, and there's quite a lot of them. Number one, this door, because it's not built, because of this, it's all built down to a price. It rattles during the spin if the washer's just a little bit unbalanced. Two, this drum, nice, and it's very big. It will hold 7 kilo easily, but I don't get the point of these holes in the back. They're not actually holes, they're sort of just imprints. All these paddles are a little loose and have been known to come off. Paddle 2 and paddle 3 is the worst. But also as well, these drum pressings are too big, and I think they have actually caused damage to the clothes. Either way, I can't spin with this paddle here because my fingers can easily grab in. These drum pressings should be on the outside really. They should, they should be reversed round really. This rubber is very good though. It doesn't leak after 2 years. Hasn't ripped, and it's still pretty much in perfect condition other than this little tiny lip here. That's it. That's the only fold it has. It's just a little folded there, and that's it. The other bad point is this. Super silent, I know. And during washing, it is. I mean, the only thing you hear is splashing of the water, the very faint trickling sound of that motor, and the clothes sloshing around. But when spinning, it's very incredibly loud. Another bad point. The final spin of the cotton cycle is 20 minutes long. Since you could also narrow it down to about 10 minutes, 15 minutes even, which they have done with the new Ultima. Any more bad points? Oh yeah, this drawer. These are very big compartments. That's the good point. This and the softener compartment ain't quite big enough for normal diluted fabric softener, but it is big enough for most concentrated fabric softeners. But the bad point is, because it's so weirdly shaped, this has actually been in the dishwasher recently and it's still not fully clean. Look, there's too many rough edges. It also comes out too easily. Usually it comes out, and that lip doesn't work. It just comes straight. There you are. It just comes straight out by accident. But they put it out nice and smooth. It should come out. These are very hard to clean, but it at least flows down here anyway. Backwards rather than forwards. The door lock is still a 2-minute door lock. Very bad. Considering, so with the new Hotpoints, they are not 2 minutes long. It is straight away open. So the programs are cottons 40, 60 and 95. 95 is the white cycle, so it's extended and lengthened. You've got acrylics 40, and that's also your synthetic cycle, but that's the bad point, it's only 40, there's no higher. It's got a cool wash, which is very good, and a super wash, super cotton 60, which is on this machine pointless because that says 2 hours long. The regular cotton cycle 60 with super is 2 hours long. This also gives you extra options including extra rinse, reduced creases and rinse hole where you don't really get them on the super wash. And a pre-wash as well if you wish. You also get fast wash 60, fast wash 30, but that's the bad point to fast wash 30. It's not 30 minutes long, it's 40 minutes long. Even when I'm cold I think it's still 40 minutes long. It's got fast rinses and spin, slow rinses and spin, fast spin and slow spin. But there's no separate fabric softener rinse, which I would like, please. Silk 30, which is actually more it's also the delicate cycle. Hand wash cycle, which is for, oddly enough, silks. Wool 40 and platinum wash 40 with distribution wool action. But the only downside to that, and I think it's the same even with the new hot points, is that the water level, I reckon, is not high enough on the wool cycles. You get variable spin, variable rinse, although it was variable rinse in the catalogue, or if you're planning on buying if you have an Argos catalogue it says variable rinse. It actually is only an extra rinse button, and which you do need, unfortunately, for most cotton cycles. Variable temperature is very good actually, because it does give you 5-degree variations, where the only one that really does give you full 5-degree variations is Miele's, and that's it. There's a pre-wash, as you expect, gives you an extra gives you a pre-wash. Miele load is the half load button, or in this case, on this machine, it's 1 to 2 kilo. What I don't get is that this washer has an automatic half load and a mini load button, yet they're both doing the exact same thing. If it detects as automatic half load, it will only it will reduce the rinse water level automatically. On the mini load, it sort of pre-prepares it. Reduce creases, slows the spin down to 600 RPM, gives it a third rinse or fourth rinse if you put extra rinse on. Has 400 RPM intermittent spins and and is available on just the cottons and the acrylics and the fast wash 60. Rinse hold, very self-explanatory, basically holds the rinse water in the final rinse cycle. Child lock, very handy on this machine. You don't really need it on, say, the AEGs, because that uses a dial to turn it off, you know. But on this machine, because you can very easily be working in the kitchen and very quickly lean against it, you can end up turning it off. Wash Enhancer is basically more like an extra program, really. Basically, that gives you platinum wool wash, the intensive 40 and 60 cycles, which I use for the ECC thingy. How dirty? Very good. Variable for the soil on your clothes. And time delay is very good because it's up to 24 hours in 1 hour increments, I think it's called. And then finally the store button, which stores your favourite program. So actually on the Plus there's no need to buy this machine anymore. If you're planning to get one, don't buy a hotpoint. If you're planning on any Ultima, get the wt960 because actually that gives you more options. Though it does have the standard motor, unfortunately. So overall, this is rubbish. Oh, and to mention, two more mentions. The imbalance sensor is very dopey on hotpoints, especially on this one, and it's incredibly unstable. It now can't actually spin without literally jumping out. It has to be so balanced before it spins that it's almost impossible. That's my review.